Hey everyone, Sash here, and I'm here with my Blue Eyes Dragon Link deck profile. This is the combo version of Blue Eyes. I can post a pure one later if you guys want it, but generally I like this version since it's just more consistent, it's just better overall. So let's go ahead and get started with the deck. So, first things first, we are running 3 copies of Blue Eyes White Dragon. Why? Because it is Blue Eyes White Dragon. You run 3 copies of it in a Blue Eyes deck. We're also running 2 copies of Blue Eyes Alternative White Dragon. Self-explanatory. Also, this helps going second because if you could reveal Blue Eyes, summon alternative, battle phase, you can just plop over Dragoon and go into combo. So that's it for your Blue Eyes like big monsters. You also run 3 copies of the White Stone. White Stone's just nice because it's part of a 2-card combo and it also just searches out your Blue Eyes. So it's just continuously thinning out your deck, which is a chunky one. It's a 57-card deck, and I'll explain why later. Now moving on to Chaos Package, or more or less Dragon Link Package. 3 copies of Starlight Safer. This is a 1-card combo starting off with all your Dragon Link plays. We're also running 1 copy of Brotar, 1 copy of Call Up Serpent, and 1 copy of Wyvern Burster. You summon Brotar off LP or off of a Hierarch Seal during your opponent's turn, and then obviously just Black Dragon, White Dragon, just little dragons you can put down on the field. We're also running for our big dragons, 1 Chaos Emperor, 2 copies of Levianir, and then 2 copies of Noctivision. Noctivision helps you go into your Borreload Savage Dragon, and then obviously just big rank 8s that you can just plop down on the field pretty much for free because your entire grave is light and dark monsters. Then we are running 3 copies of Black Metal Dragon and 1 copy of Red MD. Just because of the errata, we run it like this, but it's also just a 1-card combo with Black Metal Dragon. We're also running the Rose package, which is just 1 Red Rose, and then 2 copies of White Rose. 2 copies of White Rose because you can easily summon it from your hand if you have a level 1 tuner on the if you have a White Stone on the field. That's what I mean. And then we're also running 1 copy of Phalanx. This is the reason why we're running such a chunky deck. We have so many 1-card combos and 2-card combos that are very easy to access to, and you do not want to see Phalanx in your hand. So as long as you don't have him in your hand, it's full combo. And then we have Clakimero Drago to round off for our monsters, just because, like, it's a deck lock pretty much for most decks. For hand traps, we're running 3 copies of Ash Blossom, 2 copies of Nibiru, 2 copies of DD Crow, 1 copy of Ogre, 2 copies of Effect Veiler, and 2 copies of Infinite Impermanence. And the reason we're running like all the light and dark hand traps instead of just 3 impermanent only, like no Veilers, is because they're light and dark, so you can send them to the grave off of Chaos Space. That's the entire reason why. And then also, like, your deck's consistent enough, so maybe what if you have to go blind second, or like you can just have these in your hand going first, just set impermanence and pass. So that's it for that. We can go ahead and move on to our spell cards, which is going to be 3 copies of Chaos Space, 3 copies of Melody of the Awakening Dragon, 2 copies of Traden, 1 copy of 1-for-1, and 1 Divine Lance. These are all just like your searchers and your starters and your draw cards, and 1 copy of Raigeki just for the going second, just if needed, or like just breaking a board going third. And then running 3 copies of World Legacy Guard Dragon, 2 copies of Return of the Dragon Lords, and 1 copy of Monster Reborn to round off for our spells. Moving on to the extra deck, fairly simple. We are running 2 copies of Striker Dragon. Striker Dragon just helps initiate 1-card combos, and then you can also summon it if you don't want to, lock yourself into Pisty. So that's why we're running that. We don't run Linkuriboh because what Linkuriboh did would give you Guard Dragon plays, but right now we don't start with Guard Dragon plays, we start with Romulus, so that's that. Obviously, the Guard Dragons, 1 copy of Elpie, 1 copy of Pisty, and then we are running 1 copy of Link Cross because we are running the Rose package. For our Link 2s, we're running a copy of Protector Whelp. Protector Whelp is literally Land Fornicus, but better because, okay, yes, sure, it has less attack, but it's a light monster, it's a generic Link 2, and it's a dragon, and that's why it's so much better than Land Fornicus, because this type, you can summon that while you're locked into dragons, so that's the entire reason why this. Then, obviously, we are running 1 copy of Dragoon Knight Romulus. This card helps you do your 1-card combos and searches out your Divine Lance. 1 copy of Halki Fibrax, just bring out Rose, or if you want to, you can just summon a white stone directly from your deck. And then 1 copy of Hierarch Seal of Heavenly Spheres to round off for our Link 2s. Then for Link 4s, Saryuja and Apollousa, self-explanatory. Saryuja resets your hand, and Apollousa it's just a 4 negate or 3 negates during your turn. Now for Synchros, 1 copy of Marshall, 1 copy of Herald, and 1 copy of Borreload Savage. Just easy part of combo, and this is just an extender for your own plays. And then we are running 1 copy of Hope Harbinger because we are running a fair amount of level 8s in the deck that you can just easily plop down. So that's it for the deck. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, hit the like button. If you're new, hit the subscribe button for more content like this. And have a great day.